Welcome Electric Tribe, it is Adamant Nature here, and we are back with BattleSpot singles. This time, however, we are on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I'm very excited to be bringing you episode 1. This team was somewhat requested. I got asked to make a dog-type team for episode 1. I've kind of got more the canine in general route. So we've got Lucario, which is based off a jackal. We've got Manectric, which is based off of a wolf. We've got, and Lycanroc, which is based off of a wolf. You've got Ninetales, which is more of a fox. Suicune is one of the legendary beasts, or legendary dogs. And then Arcanine obviously evolves from Growlithe, which is known as the puppy Pokemon. And the reason I've gone down this route more than dogs is purely because most of the dog Pokemon are not that good at all. Like Stoutlands, you kind of want to run it with sand, and there's no sandy dog Pokemon. You've got Gramble, which Gramble's got a place. It's got a place, but it's just wolves, jackals, foxes. They're just better in this game. They're just better. Okay, so you just have to live with it. But it's a pretty fun team to use. I've been using it a little bit off screen, just sort of practicing with it. Suicune's a beast. Beast, legendary beast. But if you are new to my channel, because I know I've not uploaded a BattleSpot singles video in quite some time. If you are new, because I know we did get a few subscribers in the gap of lack of uploads. I'm Manectric. I generally stream over on twitch.tv. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can join our Discord where all the Pokemon chats go on. We love talking about memes as well. It's always a good time. This is what we generally do with BattleSpot singles is we'll upload 3 times a week. Each episode will have 3 battles, and every new week we'll have a new team. So each team gets 9 battles, and we'll keep the win-loss ratio of the team throughout the week. Now, there was something else I wanted to say. And it's completely lost my mind. Oh yeah, later on we'll do a question of the day as well, but I'll make that pop up on screen. The layout, by the way, I've kind of based it off a little bit like Necrozma. It's a bit of a black prism type thing, sort of, you get the idea. And we are straight into our first battle with a rate, I think I saw 1600, so starting off fairly high-ish. Kangaskhan, of course. Gyarados, probably bulky Gyarados, maybe Rocky Helmet. Might have Thunder Wave, Waterfall, those types of moves. Mimikyu, potentially Z-Splash, or... oh wait, if it's the Snuggle Me thing, we might not... Or Let's Snuggle Together, I think it's called. I might not be able to check, because I think that was in a trailer. So I might get copyright. Great. First episode, and we're probably going to get done for copyright. Isn't that great? We've got Tapu Koko, we've got Kartana, and we've got Porygon 2. That's a bit of a rush start to the episode, but I'm just so excited to be bringing this back. I'm so hyped up for this. Looking at my opponent's team, I'm thinking we bring... I mean, Manectric has Overheat, so we can hit the Kartana very, very hard. And if he brings Koko, then we get the boost with Thunderbolt. So for that reason, I'm not sure if we'll actually bring Koko. Now, I've got nothing on my team that can put things to sleep. So it's even less of a chance that he'll bring Koko. We've only got 15 seconds left. God damn. He'll probably predict me to lead with the Ninetales. So I'm expecting Kartana to lead. So I'm going to lead with Arcanine. I'm going to bring Lucario in the back. And then my last Pokemon is going to be Lycanroc. Sure. Lycanroc's Z-Stone is Normalium Z, and what we're running is Z Happy Hour. And if you don't know what that does the same thing as Z Celebrate. It raises all the stats by +1. Could I have gone with the Source Dance Focus Sash set? I could have done, but it wasn't working for me. And I thought that would synergize really well, or this set would synergize really well with Ninetales. Because you've got quite a few Pokemon here that can set up. You've got Suicune, who has Calm Mind. We've got Lucario, who has Source Dance. And we've got Lycanroc, who can go for the Z-Move. Yeah, he's actually leading with the Tapu Koko, which I didn't expect. I really didn't expect. We are AV, Max HP Arcanine, Max Attack Adamant Nature, with Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Close Combat, and Wild Charge. Now, leading with Arcanine, I would fully expect him to go out into Gyarados. Whether he's got Gyarados is another story. He could well go out into the P2. If he goes out into Gyarados and it's not a fast offensive set, then we can probably just outspeed it and take it out with a Wild Charge anyway. So, that's an option. Like I said, I think he'll probably just Volt Switch. And I don't have too much in terms of switching it. I've actually picked quite a frailish team. So I think I'm best off just staying in with Arcanine. I'm probably just clicking Flare Blitz, to be honest. I could have clicked Close Combat on the off chance that he went into one of his normal types. We're just going to see a straight-up Thunderbolt from this Tapu Koko. Straight-up Thunderbolt. Going to do a fair bit of damage. Flare Blitz should do... Flare Blitz could actually just Oko it, to be honest. Maybe. Not quite. But Arcanine is going to live the recoil, and we can take it out with an extreme speed. We can take it out with an E-speed. Don't really want to be losing Arcanine this early. Worries me a little bit. Because from that range of HP, Lucario can actually take out the Koko with a Bullet Punch. So am I happy with how this has gone? Not really. I'd much prefer to see a Volt Switch and see him switch out and then use a move based upon what he switches out into. Does he want to lose Tapu Koko? Probably not, because I don't think he's got much on his team that can deal with my Suicune. Not that I bought Suicune, but that's what my opponent's going to be thinking. So maybe going for an E-Speed is a little bit naive, because I could certainly see him switching out. But this would be interesting to see what he does. So he is actually just going to switch out and save the Tapu Koko, which, you know, I don't really mind. Mimikyu's going to come in. It's probably got like Shadow Sneak, something like that. Do I want to lose my Arcanine in this way? Thing is, I can deal with everything on his team with my remaining Pokemon. That's the thing. Gyarados, if he's got Gyarados in the back, that's the only thing that would worry me. But I don't think he's probably got Gyarados. He's probably got Kangaskhan. As that's the only thing that can... Oh, I guess it could be Mega Gyarados. If it's Mega Gyarados, I will be happy. If it's not Mega Gyarados, I won't be happy, because Lucario could deal with a Mega Gyarados, but I don't think it... Well, provided we can get him before it. Mega... No. You know what? I'm going to pick Wild Charge. Arcanine's probably going to go down. But you know what? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. We'll get a free switch into Lucario. And I'm happy with that. So there's the Shadow Sneak. Like I say, probably going to knock out Arcanine from this range of HP. Maybe not. No, okay, it is. But I'm going straight out into Lucario. Straight out into Lucario. Unfortunately, Lycanroc doesn't get anything like Mold Breaker for us to go straight through the disguise, which is a bit of a shame. But it's not to worry. Let's bring in Lucario. Let's take it out with the Bullet Punch. They could well sack the Tapu Koko, which actually wouldn't surprise me. So if he sacks Koko... If he sacks Koko, I have the potential to get a free Swords Dance up. Huh. Is there a reason for me not to Mega Evolve at this point? That's another thing that I'm thinking about. Because we've got Justified for our ability. Now, Mimikyu probably isn't running a Dark move. Probably isn't. So, I think I'll just take... Does Lucario get defense boost when it Mega Evolves? I'm actually not sure. This could be some good information. Base 88 defense, Mega Lucario. Okay, it does. He gets a rather big one, actually. So let's Mega Evolve and click Swords Dance. If he stays in, which he might well do. Yeah, he's going to stay in. I should have clicked Bullet Punch. My thinking was that he was just going to sack the Koko. Thing is, if he goes for the Z move here, which I could certainly see it. Yeah.
I immediately regret this decision.
Just gone to try and take it out. Little bit annoying. Does Lucario live a Z move from a Mimikyu? Maybe. It's a never-ending nightmare. Not the Lex songs together, which means I hopefully won't get copyright striked, which is ideal. What are we going to see? Come on, Lucario. Yes, we're living. But it's not going to matter too much, like I say, because I can go for a Bullet Punch all I want. But it's not going to break the disguise. I should have went for Bullet Punch last turn. I just thought they might want to save the disguise. I really thought they might just want to save the disguise and they just sack off the Suicune. Now, it doesn't matter too much because Lycanroc can still get the boost. The real problem comes down to is if this thing has Destiny Bond. Because if it's got Destiny Bond and it goes for it next turn, then Lycanroc can't really do any damage to it. Unless I just go for another Happy Hour, which might be what I'll have to do. Let's bring in the Lycanroc then. Do I just Z-move? I could just go for a Stone Edge. But my worry is Stone Edge. I don't know if Stone Edge is just going to take it. I don't know if it will take it out. Let's click Z Happy Hour. If he ends up going into the Tapu Koko now, that would be phenomenal. He's not going to. We're going to get the Z Happy Hour. Actually, to be fair, I might get copyright done for this because this might have been shown. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But we'll see. I just wanted to use this set. I'll be honest. I wanted to use this set. There it is, the Z Happy Hour. And we get our boost. We avoid the play rough. That's huge. That's potentially really, really big. Potentially really, really big. Now we need Stone Edge to hit. Lycanroc, hit the Stone Edge now. Please hit the damn Stone Edge. Thank you, Lycanroc. Lycanroc-Dusk Form coming through, taking out the Mimikyu. That's brilliant. We will outspeed the Tapu Koko unless it's Choice Scarfed as well. Which means we can take it out of the Stomping Tantrum. This is okay. Gyarados comes in. Are you Mega Gyarados? If you are not Mega Gyarados, we can win this. If it is Mega Gyarados, we probably lose. Let's click Stone Edge. Let's click Stone Edge. Come on, Lycanroc. Should I have given you Thunder Fang? If you get Thunder Fang, I'm not even sure if you do. Lycanroc in sort of practicing with this team was pretty useless. Oh, he's switching out. I guess he just wants the Intimidate. Which, fair play. Fair play. Are we going to hit the Stone Edge? We do. Tapu Koko's going down. Like I say, if this is a Mega Gyarados, I'm more scared now. In this situation, where it's Lycanroc. Because Lycanroc now would much... Now Lycanroc's at -1 attack because we've been intimidated 2 times. So, now we're going to struggle to take out a Mega Gyarados. We really are, because it's not going to be super effective. As well as the fact that we've hit 2 Stone Edges in a row, and I don't trust Stone Edge hitting again. To be completely honest with you. I really don't trust it. It is Mega Gyarados. We are at +1 defense. Maybe if we can hit the next 2 Stone Edges, maybe we've got a chance to win this. Maybe. We've hit the 3rd Stone Edge in a row. Mate, that's done absolutely nothing. That did no damage. That is a bulky Gyarados. We live on the 1 HP though. We live on the 1 HP. Not only do we need the 4th Stone Edge in a row to hit, we need a crit. We need a crit. Come on, Lycanroc. Come on, Lycanroc. We hit. Can we get the critical hit? Show me the money! We can't get the critical hit. That's the game. If it was a crit, we probably would have won. Because it would have put our attack stat back up to neutral. Bit of a shame that Lycanroc couldn't pull through. But like I said, Lycanroc is probably the worst team member. Probably the worst team member. Generally, if I bring Suicune, I would win. But I just wanted to kind of use a Lycanroc. You know, it's the special Dusk form. It's a cool little strategy. So, you know what? Lycanroc, if it was a normal Gyarados, you could have done it. You could have done it. But it wasn't. Normal Gyarados can be fairly common on BattleSpot purely because of how good its stats are and how good of a sort of just a defensive wall it can be. And when I saw the Kangaskhan, I was like, well, it's going to be Mega Kangaskhan. So it's really the question is, which Mega is it if the Gyarados is a Mega? Which it turns out it was, obviously, which... Now I know that the Gyarados was a Mega, it was very naive of me to click Stone Edge. To click Swords Dance with Lucario. Knowing that fact, I could have Bullet Punched the Mimikyu, Bullet Punched it again, then the Lycanroc comes in, or the Tapu Koko comes in, or the Gyarados comes in, either way. If Gyarados comes in, I'd probably switch out to Lycanroc, to be honest. Just to scout to see if it wants to Mega Evolve or not. Although, I mean, a Waterfall from a Gyarados, still going to do a fair amount of damage. I just don't know if we would take... I don't know if we were winning that game with Lycanroc end of, to be honest. I probably needed Suicune to win that game. Suicune or Manectric. But we'll move on. We'll move on. I like to... If you are new, you'll understand that I like talking about the game and sort of maybe what I could have done better. It just sort of helps everybody, you know. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Another Lucario, actually. Obviously, we've got Lucario. Another Lucario. Who knows? I can see them bringing it. It's probably Mega Lucario. Could be Mega Gyarados again. Who knows? Aegislash. Hippowdon. A lot of people who bring Hippowdon will usually lead with it. Generally to Stealth Rock. We've got Tapu Lele and a Thunderous Therian form as well. So just thinking here. Just thinking. There's a lot of power. You've got a base 145 special attack from Thunderous Therian. You've got the Psychic under Psychic Terrain from Tapu Lele. Mega Lucario, Mega Gyarados. The potential base 150 attack or special attack of the Aegislash. That's a lot of attacking power. So I'm going to lead with Ninetales and see if I can get off a... See if I can get off an Aurora. They could potentially just lead with Lucario. If that happens, then that's going to really suck. I'm going to bring Manectric as well. It has access to Overheat. And I'm going to bring... This is not wise, but I'm going to bring Lycanroc again. Lycanroc's actually got quite a nice typing in terms of its moves. It hits a lot of Pokemon for super effective damage, like the Lucario. It hits the Aegislash, hits the Thunderous. It's also fast, which... Well, there are better Pokemon out there than Lycanroc. I kind of regret not bringing something like Granbull, just another Intimidator. Because I wonder if I've gone too offensive with this team. I don't know. It's interesting using Lycanroc in this situation. Hopefully you guys enjoy me seeing, or me using Lycanroc, especially this set. It's a bit of an interesting set. My opponent does predict the Ninetales lead, which is fair enough. Do you reckon they'll pick me to switch out? They could do that. I'm going to bring in Manectric, because after Lucario Mega Evolves, Mega Manectric will outspeed it, and we will hit this thing hard with an Overheat. We'll resist the Bullet Punch. We can get an Intimidate off. I lose nothing really by going into Manectric here. Unless it goes for an Aura Sphere, in which case that's going to really hurt. Or an Earthquake. That would also hurt. But I think they'll probably just go for a Bullet Punch or a Flash Cannon. Preferably Bullet Punch. Meteor Mash. We avoid it. Fantastic. That turn could not have gone any better. Other than if I got an Aura Veil up, but hey. We'll probably Mega Evolve here and hit Earthquake, although I could certainly see... I could see Gyarados coming in. So maybe I stay in and click Thunderbolt. I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk it. So in BattleSpot Singles, it's such a fast-paced metagame that sometimes you've got to make these bold plays. They do switch out, actually going out into Hippowdon, so I would have been much better going for the Hidden Power Ice. But this does give me a good opportunity to switch out and then go into my... go back out into Ninetales to set up the Aurora Veil, which I'm very happy to do. They've only got Thunderous in terms of electric damage, so I'm not too worried about keeping Lightning Rod, so I'm very happy just to Mega Evolve. We get an Intimidate off. Hippowdon's going to be doing less damage with Earthquake. Hippowdon is a very annoying Pokemon, though. It's extremely annoying, because all that will do is set up Stealth Rock, and then it will just sort of spam Yawn, and it's just annoying to deal with. Lycanroc at the moment was a very, very bad choice, considering we've seen the Lucario, and we've seen the... Although saying that, Lucario didn't seem to have Bullet Punch. I feel like it would have gone for Bullet Punch if, no, went for Meteor Mash, didn't it? Maybe it doesn't. If Lucario doesn't have Bullet Punch, then Lycanroc could potentially take out the Lucario. And this is another reason why I didn't want to run the Focus Sash Lycanroc set, because of Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock is fairly common in BattleSpot Singles, because of the amount of Charizards you see, because of the amount of Arcanines you see. Rock hits a lot of Pokemon with super effective damage, so. Let's click on Aurora Veil on the off chance that he switches out. I was tempted to click Encore then, but I could see him switching out. They've gone back out into the Lucario, which is fair enough. I don't blame him. There we go. Let's set up the Aurora Veil. Now we've got 7 or 8 turns of, I think 7 turns of half damage to us. Sort of, our defenses have been buffed, which is great. Now I could sit here and click Moonblast. The switch out into Manectric is unbelievably obvious. So actually, I'm going to predict him to close combat. And so I'm not going to switch out here. And I am just going to go out and click Moonblast. Just to get some damage off onto this Lucario. If Ninetales ends up going down, I don't know what I do, to be honest. Because I'm going to struggle to beat this Hippowdon. He actually just stays in and clicks Meteor Mash. My opponent not wanting to predict. Getting some humongous damage off. With the Meteor Mash, which... Bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. But I can bring in Lycanroc, or I bring in Manectric. Either way, you know what, Manectric can take it out with a Hidden Power. Hopefully. I mean, it's resisted, so maybe not. But they don't know my fourth Pokemon, so you know what? I could see them wanting to save. I could see them wanting to save their Lucario. So, you know what? Let's click Hidden Power. It's HP Ice. It is resisted. It is resisted. They do switch out, probably going out into that Hippowdon. There it is. How much does the HP Ice do? Probably around 30-40% if this is a specially defensive variant, which you do quite commonly see because of how high its HP and its defense is decent. So that its special defense isn't great. So yeah, it's probably especially defensive. I'm going to just sit here and sort of click Hidden Power over and over again. Overheat will actually do more. Actually, I wonder if Overheat would have taken it out from that range. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Oh, we're going to see a Citrus Berry. Now... Oh no, we're going to see a Wiki Berry. That's even worse. I didn't want to see the Wiki Berry there. Earthquake, probably going to take out Manectric. The team's gone from being really good for me. Oh, we lived. We actually lived. I'm clicking Overheat. Come on, 3 HP. I'm clicking Overheat. Overheat's going to will do more damage. If I give you the maths, we've got power of 130 versus a power of 60, which is super effective to 120. So we've got an extra 10 base power. So Overheat is far better. It's also a lot less predictable in this scenario. Let's click the Overheat and see how much damage we can do. Not really enough. Not really enough. I'll bring in the Lycanroc into the situation. Most Hippowdon will run Slack Off. And I can see him going for that. Or even potentially going out into... potentially going back out into the car. I've got to stop leaving myself with Lycanroc. Because this is not how I've won those previous games. The way I've won these previous games is with Suicune because of how much of a monster it is. And we will give Suicune some love. Maybe in the next game, we'll see. We'll see what kind of matchup we've got. I should stop bringing it, though. Do I just click Happy Hour? Do I click Stomping Tantrum? I'm going to click Stomping Tantrum. And we'll see if we can take it out. We'll see. We can hope. We don't. No. I was just worried that he went for a Slack Off. Because if he went... Oh, we lived. We actually lived. Maybe there's a chance? Maybe there's a chance? Does Lycanroc outspeed Lucario? Mega Lucario? We do by about 3 points. Although I think I'm an adamant... Lycanroc. Which would mean that we don't outspeed it. Yeah. That's not good. I don't think Adamant Lycanroc is going to do it. Lucario comes in. Oh no, Lycanroc-Dusk doesn't even take it out anyway. Does not speed it anyway. Didn't even matter. Didn't even matter. So unless he misses a Meteor Mash here, which I'm really hoping, he'll probably click Close Combat though. He's going for E-Speed. We resist that. Is there a chance? Lycanroc, is there a chance? Lycanroc, tell me there's a chance, Lycanroc! Come through! Down goes Lucario. If we've got a type advantage, I'm just saying, if we've got a type advantage here, the Aurora Veil has gone down. If we've got a type advantage, we've got a chance. We've got a real chance. It's Thunderous. I don't know what Thunderous' speed stat is, but this is a slower variant, I'm sure. 101, Lycanroc, you're telling me there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Lycanroc, you're telling me there's a chance, Lycanroc. Don't tease me. Lycanroc, don't tease me. Lycanroc coming through with the sweep. Fantastic work from the rock type. Wow. I did not think we were winning that game. I really didn't. I thought we had the backs against the wall. We take the very, very close 1-0. That Aurora Veil from Ninetales, absolutely huge earlier on in that game. Enabling us to live the Earthquake, live the Extreme Speed. What my opponent was thinking, I don't know. They should have just clicked the Close Combat, the Aura Sphere, whatever they had. They obviously didn't want to risk a miss, so maybe they had Focus Blast or something. I don't know. It's my opponent's error, though, by not picking, say, Bullet Punch or something. Just some stab that's 100% accurate. They had to go for the resisted attack under Aurora Veil conditions. It was not a good idea for my opponent, and they have lost the battle. What a game that was. What a game that was. And can I just say, Lycanroc, well done for not missing any Stone Edges this episode. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Lycanroc is probably the worst team member. Probably the worst team member.
serious?
Whew. Anyway, I think it's time we introduced the question of the day. And like I said, we've got a team based around canines. So if there is any animal that Pokemon, or there is not a Pokemon based off of, or an inanimate object. Actually, no inanimate object, so we could use that for another question today. If there is an animal that there is no Pokemon based off of, what animal would you like to see? Maybe you'd like to see a Jerboa. Google Jerboa if you don't know what that is, because they're flipping adorable. They're so cute. Maybe a Jerboa Pokemon. Who knows? But anyway. Mimikyu. Gastrodon. Lucario. Celesteela. Cresselia. And Blacephalon. Now, in sort of building this team, Lucario had Crunch to deal with Cresselia. But in practice, I was never coming across any Cresselia, so I switched it for Ice Punch to help deal with Landorus. I now really wish I had Crunch, because the only way I'm getting rid of that Cresselia is if I can set up against it with Suicune. This is going to be extremely, extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. I can also set up with Lucario. Actually, Lucario could potentially win me this game. I could see that. I think what I'm going to do is lead with Suicune. I'm going to bring Manectric and bring oh, no, that's bringing both the Megas. I'm not bringing Manectric. I'll bring Lucario and I'll bring Arcanine. I needed to bring one of either Arcanine or Manectric on the chance that he bought Celesteela, because otherwise there was no way I was getting rid of Celesteela. But unless I set up against it, I guess, and could take it out with a close combat. But it's just much safer for me to bring Lucario. We can set up against certain things, potentially set up against the Cresselia. My opponent's actually going to lead with Lucario, which I didn't anticipate. Most Lucario are physically offensive. Lucario does have access to Nasty Plot, and it gets priority in Vacuum Wave, so you can run it either way. Do I just click Calm Mind here? What have you got to bring in? You don't actually have much to bring in other than Gastrodon. For that reason, I'm going to click Calm Mind. I don't think Lucario is staying in against Suicune, because if he's going to be risking a burn. If it is a physical variant. If it's a special variant, then he may as well stay in, maybe set up a Nasty Plot. Because I don't have any special defense investment. Pure HP, pure defense. You set up Calm Mind to boost that special defense and boost out your damage output, and then you can hopefully get a burn or something just to get a bit of chip damage with Scald. Maybe get a freeze with Ice Beam if you're that lucky. We're going to see what Lucario does, though. We're going to see the big close combat, adaptability boosted, and slightly too much damage. Very slightly too much. Was that a roll? This is the next thing. Was that a roll? Max defense. Bold nature. Mega Lucario. It was a roll. Okay, it was actually a roll. I need to get a little bit lucky here and hope that it does less damage. If I get rid of the Citrus Berry, I'll miss a minute. So it's a 76% chance to 2-hit KO. I really need this to not 2-hit KO. And I'm going to click Rest. We are Chesto Resto, so as soon as I hit Rest, you know, I'll go back up. I need this to not knock you out, Suicune. We're already a Pokemon down. We're already a Pokemon down. However, if there are no PP ups have been used, there's only one close combat left. My Lucario, I could put it to a speed tie. Because my Lucario is definitely taking... Well, either way, Lucario is taking out another. I'm going to have to bring an Arcanine, though, I think. Or I bring in Lucario and take the speed tie risk to try and get level. It's a toughie. It's a real toughie. It really is. I'm bringing an Arcanine. Let's get an Intimidate off. It's just... I mean, Lucario has enough power in it to be able to win this game on its own. So, don't get me wrong, the game isn't over. But losing Suicune like that really is not beneficial to me in the slightest, for obvious reasons. I'm going to click Flare Blitz. Probably goes into Gastrodon. Although maybe he doesn't have Gastrodon because he stayed in. Maybe there is no Gastrodon. Maybe. We've clicked Flare Blitz. If he doesn't have a fire resistance, that'd be great. Blacephalon's coming in. Which, to be fair, Lucario can't hit Blacephalon to save its life. Sorry. Really crunch on Lucario would have been fantastic for this game. Flare Blitz can do some astronomical damage. If you don't know, Blacephalon has a paper-thin defense. Absolutely paper-thin defense. I'm going to click Flare Blitz again. We are Assault Vested. We are max HP, so I'd very much expect to live any hit that this Blacephalon wants to throw at us. So, Shadow Ball, yeah. Shadow Ball shouldn't do a huge amount of damage. We'll see, though. Okay, oh, we're eating that up. That did a fair bit, to be honest. That did do a fair bit. We're in that. But that is a big threat gone. Something that Lucario wouldn't have been able to deal with. And provided we can beat the... provided we can win the speed tie with our Lucario, there is every chance we can still win this game. Every chance that we can still win this game. But we have to win the speed tie. I'm going to go for an E-speed just to get a little bit of chip damage off. It's so important that we win the speed tie here. And that's why many people opt to go for the special Lucario. So he showed me the E-speed. Interesting. That's why many people will go for the special Lucario, because then you're not really risking a speed tie, because you're generally running Vacuum Wave, which is obviously going to have priority and it's going to be super effective. It's adaptability boosted. You're doing a lot of damage. Let's bring in Lucario, though. Let's bring it in. Let's Mega Evolve and let's click Close Combat. This all comes down to a speed tie. We are a Jolly Lucario. I presume we're Jolly Lucario. I think we are. This is going to come down to a speed tie. We win the speed tie. We're going to take out this Lucario. Yeah, see you later, man. See you later. We are at -1 in both of our defenses, but we have a Mega Lucario, and we are in a fairly decent position. We've got a lot of offensive... Well, there's not a lot of offensive pressure. It would have been a lot of offensive pressure if I was at +2 attack, but... Oh, of course it's Cresselia. Okay. Now, I'm going to have a little quick inspection of this team. Right, it's probably not going to be a Trick Room set. I'm going to go for a Swords Dance, and I'm going to start Bullet Punching. Do I think we can win this? No. But I didn't think we could win the last game either. Cresselia's going to hit the Psychic. We are at -1 special defense. And he gets a crit of all things. That's pretty much... Actually, I should have went for Ice Punch then and gone for a Freeze. I should have went for Ice Punch and went for a Freeze. It's not going to matter, though. We don't do anyone... It's got his Rocky Helmet anyway. It didn't matter. The crit did matter. The crit did matter. It would have mattered if I mean, it didn't matter, I guess, in this particular game, because I was going to probably lose anyway. If I had gone for Ice Punch, then it would have mattered, because I would have had the chance to freeze, whereas in that sense, I had one Ice Punch then. I would have only had one chance to Ice Punch, so the freeze wouldn't have mattered in the long run. But hey, you know what? That is 3 games. We've lost one... we've lost 2, 1, which I'm not too happy with. The way we won the second game, that I am absolutely ecstatic with. How ironic that I say that I generally win most games where I bring Suicune, and the one game I bought Suicune, I didn't win, which I thought was funny. Remember to answer the question of the day in the comments, guys. If you are new and you want to join any of the social medias, make sure you check the description. Make sure you give the video a nice like. And if you're new, I'll tell you what, no. We're going to say this properly. Lycanroc and subscribe. Well, I guess it's like and subscribe, by the way. You know, I'm rambling. If you're new, subscribe, hit the notification button. Join us for streams where we do stuff. And I'll see you for episode 2 with this same team. See you later.